And then we have our translator, David Boo. He's a director also. And we're all family. We're like family. So that's, and I'm going to, even though he's a translator, I speak Korean. I speak Korean not as much as possible, but most part. And if I get stuck, I will have him take over. But before that, this is a new way of thinking body horror movie, kind of, right? Because it's like the ear. Just want to let you know, the background of this that device is wearing is called cochlear implants. And it's not like a ear hearing aid that you put in your ear. It's an operation that digs to that snail part of your ear, and it like actually connects to there. So that is the one. It's a real product, and that's what the background is. Okay, and so director Jang, The Silence가 1929년도에 나오는 영화가 있어요. 스탠리 투치라는 사람. But it's a Netflix one, so it's like garbage. But 1963, Ingmar Bergman. 알고 있었어요?
So he heard about it, but he hasn't seen it.
Yeah, there was a the movie called The Silence by Ingmar Bergman, and it was interesting, but it has nothing to do with this, but it was interesting that there's a prominent director has the same title, but he knew about it, but it had nothing to do with this, obviously. Director Jang's last movie was called Serve the People, 이민들을 위해 복부하라. And his one before that, which is his prize-winning one, is called Secretly Great. 한국말로 뭐예요?
은밀하게 위대하게.
He did that. So this is his film. I was sitting here watching you guys hiding and watching you guys squirm in your seats when it was silent for about 1 minute. And I was very intrigued about how the audience would react. Have you seen the audience react when they watch the movie for the first time?
관객분들 반응 처음 영화 볼 때 살펴보신 적 있으세요?
그러니까 이제 영화 볼 때도 정말 제목처럼 그런 정적이 흘러가지고 저도 상당히 이제 어떤 어떻게 이렇게 반응하고 감상하고 있을지 굉장히 궁금했는데 확실히 이제 이 영화 처음 봤을 때, 처음 시사했을 때 반응이 다들 좀 뭐 각각의 반응들이 있었고요. 되게 이제 청각 장애라는 것에 대해서 실제로 체험한 것 같았다라는 의견이 많았습니다.
I was very curious how the viewers would react inside the theater when they watched this film for the first time, and I witnessed many different reactions. But in general, I heard a lot from the audience that they were able to understand what it would be like for the people with hearing problems.
I thought that it was a very interesting choice that instead of being, because when it's, I know that when deaf people, when they are doing, it's not total silence. You feel vibrations, you hear something there, but you decided to completely silent. And I love that choice. Any thoughts on that? And because it made it real, it wasn't realistic, but it made us who don't know really make that jump, is what I thought.
네. 그러니까 이제 소리가 지금 안 들리는 현상이 아니라 그냥 소리가 없어지는 현상을 표현한 거기 때문에 영화에서도 소리가 아예 없어야 된다고 이제 생각을 했어요. 고민 끝에. 네.
instead of creating an environment where you have issues with hearing or sound, I wanted to create an environment where the sound itself is absent.
그래서 그것이 어쨌든 모두가 이제 공평하게 느끼는 그런 느낌일 것 같고, 그다음에 그것이 그 일반인들, 비장애인들이 이제 청각 장애를 체험하기에 가장 이제 적당한 것이 아닐까 그렇게 생각했습니다.
I believe creating that absent of sound environment would be the most even and fair situation for the people who doesn't have hearing issues going through this experience through this movie.
Thank you. Just as a background, this is a real product. This is let me put it, what it is. It is a commercial that was made, but it's from a non-profit organization who advocates hearing and also for the deaf community.
처음에 그 사랑의 달팽이라는 이제 청각 장애인 지원 기관, 그러니까 이제 아까 말한 그 보청 장치, 인공 와우 수술을 해주고 그걸 수술한 사람들이 이제 사회 적응하는 훈련 그런 걸 이제 도와주는 기관인데, 거기서 청각 장애인들에 대한 어떤 인식 개선을 위한 영화를 좀 만들어줬으면 좋겠다. 그냥 소재는 청각 장애이면 된다 해서 만들게 됐습니다.
So this company that produced and funded this project, which does the cochlear implant, they wanted to create a project that would show the life of people with hearing issues, and that's what the purpose of and the origin of this film was.
So when they came up with that, how did you come to choose this story, which is based on a short science fiction story? Why did you choose this, or was it an obvious choice? Why did you base on this?
그렇게 이제 처음에 청각 장애에 대한 이제 소재로 시나리오를 고민할 때 많은 이제 최초에 생각했던 거는 청각 장애인들 입장에서 세상을 바라본 그런 이제 소재들을 많이 찾았거든요. 근데 그것보다는 비장애인들이 청각 장애를 어떻게 느낄 것인가가 더 중요할 것 같아서 청각 장애인 입장에는 비장애인 입장에서 세상을 보는, 그러니까 그런 걸 체험할 수 있는 원작 소설을 발견하게 됐고, 그것이 이제 약간 이제 사이파이 같은 그런 그 소설을 쓴 작가의 데뷔작이어서 이제 그걸 선택하게 됐습니다.
So at first I tried to create a story that depicts the life of a person or people who has hearing issues, but then I started to realize it would be better to focus on the viewer's experience of what it would be like to live a life with those kind of issues. And while I was thinking about that, I came upon a novel that has a very science fiction roots in it that was inspiring creating the story.
Then I'm fascinated by creative people. So how much, you don't have to go too deep and too long, but how much different was it from the science fiction, or you just got some concept and then the rest was yours? Because you wrote the script by yourself, right?
네, 각본은 직접 썼는데 원작 소설하고 아주 많이 다르진 않아요. 네, 아주 많이 다르진 않고, 대신 이제 이거 이제 문자화된 언어를 이제 영상 언어로 바꾸는 그 일이 이제 굉장히 어려운 일이라고 생각이 들었고, 훨씬 더 이제 뭐 환청이 들리는 거라든가 이런 거 이제 원작이 없었는데, 그래도 계속 안 들리다 보니 이제 환청도 들릴 수 있을 것 같고, 그런 것들 좀 더 이야기를 좀 더 이렇게 더 많이 좀 더 심었다고 해야 될까요? 네. 그리고 그런 어떤 약간 좀 둘이 뭔가 이렇게 멜로 감성 같은 게 좀 생기는 그런 것들도 깔렸고요.
So, the script for the movie came from me, but as the story goes, it's not too far off from the novel that inspired me. And at the same time, to me, the challenge was from text to creating that visual language for this film. And if there are some moments that I have to create that's not in the novel, is some of the moments that you saw in the film, like the auditory hallucination, and also a little bit of a spark of romance between the main protagonist and the owner of the coffee shop.
Well, you talk like a true modest artist who says that it's like you didn't do anything, but it's not everybody in here could change that and make it transition and make it viewable and entertaining and artistic film. So kudos to you. And I just want to tell him my reaction. But do you want to comment?
제가 원래 겸손한 사람이라서.
I am a very humble and modest man.
I would like to share with you my first reactions and my first thoughts when I first saw this at home, the video, and I was like literally moved, like shut my world rocked, because when I realized that it was not a technical issue with the sound, when I realized that this was part of it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like incredible that not only he discovered the idea or whatever, but he's able to depict it in a ways we could totally understand it. So I was in love with it the first moment that I saw it. And then the idea of the TV broadcast, telling everybody what's going on with the news, that's all your idea and thinking and creating those kind of YouTube channels and news?
그러니까 요즘 이제 세태를 많이 반영했다고 해야 될까요? 그 이제 유튜버들도 많이 활동하고, 예. 그리고 뭐 하여튼 그 소설이 쓰여진 시기는 좀 그 과거니까 최근 그 현재에 맞춰서 그런 인물들을 설정했습니다.
So the novel was written quite in the past, and trying to bring the story with a more modern taste. I did try to bring in those YouTubers, streamers, broadcasting about the situation that's going on in the world.
When the silence ended and she turned on the hairdryer and dropped it, that was like another brilliant moment that not every director can pull it off. And you thought, oh, this would be a great moment to do something like that? Was that, I just want to, again, the creative process.
글쎄요, 그 어쨌든 안 들리던 소리가 갑자기 들리니까 그 특히 이제 그게 감각이 되게 예민해져 있고, 또 그다음에 이제 평소에 그런 이제 소음이 없다가 굉장히 큰 소음이 들리니까 그게 실제보다도 훨씬 크게 느껴졌을 거라고 생각해서 그렇게 넣었어요.
Excellent, excellent.
I did feel like once your senses are shut, and then when it reopens, like that sound of a hairdryer, which is nothing too much at all to us, but when your senses are reborn, like that impact would be very significant. So that was why I chose to depict that moment.
Thank you. I have one personal question because I don't understand why when at the end the lady who has the ocular implant, she says to her, enduring the silence, the world we live in remains the same as it was before, and even after, it will remain the same. And she starts to cry. Why? I don't understand why she cries at that thought.
그러니까 그 둘이 이제 정적 기간에 되게 가까워지잖아요. 원래 이제 사람들하고 다 소통을 잘 못하던 그런 주인공이었는데 오히려 이제 정적 기간에 정말 진정한 소통을 하게 되고 특히 그 이제 매니저하고는 훨씬 더 이렇게 친밀함 그런 어떤 그런 감정까지 느꼈는데 정적 기간이 끝나면서 이 사람하고 나하고 다시 이렇게 사는 세상이 달라지면서 거리가 멀어지겠구나 그런 걸 느꼈기 때문에 눈물이 나왔을 것 같아요.
So the main protagonist who struggles to communicate when there's sound, but then she gets to find a way to communicate during the period of silence, and she also got to get real close with the character who has the ocular implant. So the reason that the character who has the ocular implant cries is that the moment of the end of silence would also bring the disconnect between the main character and herself.
Okay, I will accept that explanation. Thank you so much. One other thing that doesn't have to do really with the thing, and then if you would like, could ask questions. This movie was world premiere now in Korea at the 6th annual called Parallel Smartphone Film Festival. And even though this is not shot in the in the smartphone, it was the opening movie for that festival. And I want to know how he got involved with that and to tell us about what the smartphone. I mean, it sounds like what it is, but.
네, 거기서 이제
그 패널 스마트폰 영화제라고 한국에 있는데 그게 이제 장애인 분들에게 영화를 가르치고 그다음에 그분들이 영화를 찍게 한 다음에 그 영화들로 나중에 이제 상영과 시상을 하는 그런 영화제가 있는데 거기 제가 이제 예술 감독이라는 그 타이틀로 한 5년째 일하고 있어서 그래서 그 영화제를 위해서 만든 건 아니지만 그 영화를 이제 만들었더니 대박적으로 좀 쓰고 싶다 해가지고.
So the Parallel Smartphone Film Festival in Korea is not only just a festival, but a program to educate people with hearing issues, all disabilities. So we train, educate, and help people make film who has like any kind of disabilities. And I have been a artistic director of that festival for 5 years now. So not like having the intention to create this film to be an opening film, but since being a part of it, it naturally came to be.
That's great. And you teach them using the smartphone to make movies.
And he teaches, the people with disabilities to make film with smartphones.
Anybody open up for questions and we're curious about the movie or him? Yes.
I'm curious actually about the festival. So my background is in psychology, specifically neuropsychology. So I got curious about the disability. If you also train people that has any kind of, I would say, cognitive issue or cognitive spectrum.
한국에서 장애인 등급을 받은 사람들은 다 참여했어요.
Yes, if they are registered as a person with disability in Korea with any issues, they are eligible to participate in the program,
including mental issue. Mental health.
Yes.
You want to shout?
Oh yeah, it's okay. My English is very broken, so I'm not.
한국말로.
예. 너무 재밌게 봤고 딱 소리가 멎어지는 순간 막 제 가슴이 쿵쾅쿵쾅 뛰었거든요.
I enjoyed the movie very much, and as soon as the silence began, my heart started pounding.
But you have to make that.
질문이 두 가지인데 마지막 장면에 이렇게 정적인 장면을 문을 열고 들어가는 그 장면이 되게 마음에 와닿았고 계속 남는 것 같아요. 거기를 선택하고 들어갔다는 그 자체가. 감독님께서 이 영화 전체에서 딱 한 가지 가장 마음에 드시는 장면을 꼽는다면 감독님 개인적으로 제일 좋아하는 장면이 뭘지 그게 너무 궁금하고요. 두 번째 질문은 이제 각본을 쓰시면서 이 소리가 안 들리게 된 원인이 뭔지에 대해서 감독님 혼자 갖고 계신 생각이 있으신지 그 원인이 이유가 뭘지 영화에서 나오진 않았지만 그 뒷이야기가 너무 궁금해요.
I have two questions. So one is to the director, what is the favorite moment in the film? And the second question is, why did you, if you have your own reason why this phenomenon of silence happened, what is the reason behind it?
그 두 번째 질문에 먼저 답을 하면은 그 사실 원인을 밝혀내지 못했다고 거기 나오거든요, 영화에서. 네, 알 수 없는 이유로. 그래서 그거를 이제 왜 그런 일이 생겼을까, 그거에 대해서 저도 그렇게 깊게 생각하지는 않았어요. 네. 그렇지만 이제 그게 그 주인공의 어떤 심리적인 문제, 어머니가 돌아가시고 49일이 딱 됐을 때 거기서 이제 벗어나는데 어떤 심리적인 문제가 가장 크지 않았을까, 그런 생각이 듭니다.
Starting from the second question, why the silence happened? As mentioned in the film, no one would actually know why it happened. But if I have to think deeper, I think a lot of it would come from the main character's psychological aspect. She lost her mother and she's coming back from the psychological trauma, and maybe that is connected with what happened in the movie.
첫 번째 질문은 네, 어려운 질문인데 그 둘이서 이제 정적 그 기간 끝나고 그 좁은 골목에서 만나서 이제 대화하면서 이렇게 그 골목을 벗어나잖아요. 그때 그 감정을 좀 잘 살리려고 노력했어요. 네.
My favorite moment in the film, this is a very hard one to answer, but if I have to pick that alley moment once the silence ended with the main character and the character with the ocular implant, the emotions that they go through, that's one thing that I really wanted to capture well the most.
Anyone else? We're wondering. Oh, one more. One more.
And then we'll end it after.
네, 한국말로 하겠습니다. 하나씩. 저는 그 첫 번째 씬에서 차가 왔을 때 사고가 날 뻔했잖아요. 근데 운전자가 분명히 욕을 했는데 들리지 않으니까 괜찮더라고요. 근데 혹시 마지막 장면에서 들린다는 거에 대한 소중함들이 뭐 새 소리도 있고 바람의 소리도 있고 여러 가지 소리가 있지만 욕을 결국 이렇게 나오게 하셨더라고요. 그 의도가 혹시 그런 게 있으신지 궁금합니다.
When I saw one of the first moments in the film, when the main character almost got hit by the dump truck, the driver is obviously cussing, but because of the silence, I don't hear anything, which made me, gave me a better experience. But like in the end, when the sound comes back, we hear the cussing, and also like the sound of the birds chirping and everything. Hearing that exact word of cussing, was that also part of the intention once the sound came back in?
네. 그러니까 소리를 못 들으면은 굉장히 불편한 점이 많이 있지만 또 이제 소리를 들으면 들리는 것 때문에 또 불편한 점들도 있잖아요. 뭐 소음이라든가 욕이라든가 안 좋은 소리 그런 것들. 그래서 소리를 듣는 게 항상 좋은 거고 못 듣는 거는 나쁜 거다라는 것을 좀 이렇게 깨고 싶었다.
So there's a lot of discomfort when you don't hear any sound, but there's also discomfort because you're hearing a certain sound. So I also did want to create a situation where not hearing or hearing, it's not like a black and white situation where which one is better and which one is comfort and discomfort. It could be like going both ways.
감사합니다. 그리고 제가 I live in 마포구.
Last
저도 그 저 서대문구에 저는 살고 있는데 그 소설에서도 그렇게 딱 고기 두부가 안 들리는 걸로 나와 있어서 신기하다. 어떻게 이 두부만 안 들리게 했냐? 뭐 서울도 아니고 그랬더니 그 작가도 자기가 마포구에 살고 있어서 그냥 그렇게 했다고 하더라고요. 그래가지고
마포 패밀리.
그냥 서로 공감이 잘 돼가지고. 네.
So the person who asked the question is living in the same district in the movie, and the director is also living in the same district. The writer who wrote the novel is in the same district, so it's all a coincidence that they happen to live in that district where it's the only two districts that went silent.
So we're gonna wrap it up, but your last movie, unfortunately, called Inmin을 위한 복보하라 or Serve the People, I think it's a masterpiece, but because of the pandemic and all that stuff, like many other people, unfortunately, it just got overlooked, and now it's in the library. But what are you working on? Anything next? Another feature by any chance that you could share? Anything?
많은 그 작품을 기획하고 있어요. 이렇게 영화 감독이 촬영하지 않을 때는 항상 기획하거든요.
I'm developing many different projects because if a director is not shooting anything, he's always developing something.
근데 이제 한국에서만 계속 활동했는데 최근에 이제 뭐 작년에도 여기 LA 와서 느꼈지만 진짜 LA 와서 영화를 찍으면 정말 좋겠다 생각을 많이 하고 그런 바람을 가지고 지금 이제 그런 열망을 이제 조금씩 실현하기 위해서 노력하고 있습니다.
My main stage previously was always in Korea, but when I visited Los Angeles last year, I'm also feeling it this year that it would be great to have an opportunity to do something here or globally in the future.
Thank you. Director Jang, I am so proud to say that I am your good friend and you are my good friend. Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you, David. Thank you everyone for coming out. He's going to say some closing word.
네, 이 영화 이제 보시면서 아마 이 소리 안 들리는 시간이 좀 길어서 다들 불편할 수도 있었을 거예요. 근데 이 영화 처음 그 만드는 목적이 청각 장애에 대한 어떤 인식 개선, 청각 장애인이라는 게 뭘까? 우리가 같이 살고 있지만 사실 크게 관심을 안 두고 살잖아요. 그냥 그 사람들이 뭐 수화를 하든 뭘 하든 그들의 세계구나 하고 이렇게 많이 생각을 안 하고 사는데 그걸 이제 직접 느껴보게 하고 싶어서 이 영화를 만들었어요.
Even though you might have went through such discomfort watching this film for the first time, I did really wanted to give you and provide you this experience of what it would be like to live a life with hearing issues, and also add to your existing perception of what you might think of the people with hearing disabilities.
그래서 그러려면 이게 이제 그냥 약간 놀랍다, 이상하다라는 정도를 넘어서 이 소리가 계속 안 들리면서 불편함을 직접 체험하는 게 가장 중요하다고 생각해서 좀 그런 어떤 정적 시간을 좀 길게 가져간 것도 있어요.
So more than just the experience of silence being odd or strange, just to give you enough time of going through that experience would be
불편함을 직접 체험하게 하기 위해서.
The experience of going through the discomfort itself, I thought would be very meaningful to your experience.
그래서 아까 뭐 불편해서 나가신 분들도 계실 텐데 여기 계신 분들은 그걸 또 잘 참아주시고 이렇게 끝까지 봐주셔서 아마 그런 어떤 직접 몸으로 좀 뭔가 느끼셨을 것 같은데 하여튼 감사드립니다.
The person who left might have had to leave because of that discomfort. I don't know. But since all of you stayed throughout the entire movie, I'd like to thank you very much and thank you for coming.
It's 4 minutes and 13 excruciating seconds. It was 4 minutes and 13 seconds. 4 minutes and 13 seconds. It's fantastic.